Riding from Douglas Lodge, we're gonna do the whole wilderness loop here on my Trek Verve 2 that I've converted to an e-bike. I did the whole loop yesterday, towing one of my kids on a tag along, so should be a bit easier by myself. We'll see though, I'm pretty out of shape. The e-bike helps, but some of these hills, they're still a workout. So from Douglas Lodge, this is kind of just the spur off of it. From this point, if you're counting a start point, the Wilderness Trail really starts and ends right here, the loop anyway. Because we'll end right there on that road. About 61 degrees this morning. It's 8:30. I got a little bit later start than I wanted, but oh well, sleep is good too. Had a slight mental lapse there. It's like, wait, do I go left here?
In the heart of the north, where the pine trees sway, the cold wind whispers, keeping secrets at bay, where the rivers cut deep and the loons cry low, in the north woods of Minnesota, where the frost and dreams flow. Cabin stands tall, made of rough hewn walls. Fireplace crackles and the chill does cold. Snowflakes are dancing in the dim twilight, casting silver shadows.
Some of these downhills are really fun. from where it crosses or if that's from the entrance. Probably from the entrance to the park there. Yesterday. So this trip here was my first time getting to ride the new section that they added. It used to be you had to ride down maybe 4 miles or so of 2-lane road that you shared with cars, which is a little bit scary and just took away some of the enjoyment of it. And now it's like this for that section. There's still a pretty long section of one-way road traffic, but it's not as big of a deal because the cars have plenty of room and there's a designated bike lane, and it's pretty nice. So yeah, the addition that they made last year in 2023, I think makes a big difference to the trail. For some reason it feels like a lot of uphill on that section though. I'll point it out when we get to it. It starts at a bypass of the Headwaters gift shop, the Mary Gibbs Center. Caution Hill. Sure. Easier when you're not towing a kid, holy. But I'm going a lot faster too, so that adds to the difficulty as well. But in general, it's just a beautiful trail. brakes. Squeaky brakes. If anyone knows how to fix that, let me know. They're not disc brakes, so they don't squeeze on the wheel. It's just my front brake that does that. I don't know. It's real annoying though. My shifting's a little bit out of adjustment. Sometimes I'll hit it and it won't shift right away. Gonna have to mess with that when I get home. Yay, more to fix. It's always something. Not necessarily on bikes, but just in my life in general. Always something that needs fixing. We got 2 ATVs that need some work done right now. Whew, that one almost got me. Crossing the Mississippi? No, this isn't. No. I lied. I'll cross the Mississippi up closer to the Mary Gibbs. Closer to the headwaters. Trail to Bear Paw Campground's kind of cool. They have a elevated wood path that you have to ride along for a while. Thought that's pretty cool. If I get over there this weekend, I'll record it. We're 3.9 miles in, it says, according to my watch. I think by the end it'll be roughly 18 miles. And that's from Douglas Lodge, not like the trail marked miles. I think Douglas Lodge is, if you're just coming here to bike, especially if you get here in the morning, you can start at Douglas Lodge and loop all the way around and have lunch there when you get back. Kind of a nice. You can do similar at the headwaters, but I like Douglas Lodge's restaurant better than the little cafe that they have at the headwaters, at the Mary Gibbs. That section there is where they found the lady slippers yesterday. I kind of forgot, missed them. Oh. Front brake this time. Good morning. The boat area here is under construction, so it's a little bit of a mess, but you still have a decent enough gravel surface to ride across. I screwed up and left my canoe paddles at the boat launch Thursday night, and they are gone, and I cannot find them. And I am sad because I really like them. I just got them. It was my first time out with them actually. and I left him at the boat launch. So yeah, ADHD brain gets me again. I loaded that canoe up like a pro though, so you know, take the good with the bad. They put in a brand new parking lot, brand new boat launch there. It's pretty nice. Once they finish everything, the other half of it, yeah, it's gonna be a nice setup. Morning. Don't mind me, just a crazy dude talking to himself. I don't think I'll be stopping. Pretty section of trail here. From Douglas Lodge. Definitely feeling yesterday's 20-ish miles dragging a kid in my legs today. Should have had a headband on yesterday and recorded it, but A, it takes a lot longer with a group, and B, I had both my cameras pointing at kids. So that'll be a video too at some point. See the kids' reactions of riding the trail. Mostly it's just them singing like Wheels on the Bus and stupid crap like that. But it's pretty cute. Getting close now to Mary Gibbs. There'll be a bridge over the Mississippi here in a minute, and a cutoff to the headwaters if you were interested in hitting the headwaters while you're doing this, instead of waiting till the end or something. Morning. I feel like everyone looks at my camera. So here's the cutoff if you want to hit the headwaters. But that's not what I'm doing. So here is the Mississippi. The mighty Mississippi. Not so mighty yet, but it gets there. And so then here's what I was talking about with the cutoff. So that way, left, Mary Gibbs Center. Cafe and gift shop. Bike trail continues this way. So right here, this is brand new. They built this last year. Maybe they finished it this year, I don't know for sure, but it was under construction when I was here last year. And this is what I'll show you when we get to the road, but I think that this is a nice addition for sure. A really nice addition. Adds a few more miles of actual bike trail. Keeps you off the 2-lane road. So here we're crossing The 2-lane road I was talking about. So yeah, you used to have to ride right down the side of this from there on. And now there's this brand new trail. Swings by Bert's Cabins on the way. Hands are falling asleep. Putting too much weight on them, I guess. That's what happens when you got a lot of extra weight. Shifting fixed. I had it all adjusted last year, so I'm surprised. Kind of towards the end of the season too. I'm surprised that it's out of adjustment like this. Unless I just didn't tighten something back down well enough. I don't know. I think it'd be fun to like plan out new sections of trail. Come up with interesting terrain and curves and stuff. See what the lay of the land has given us to work with. They cut in quite a bit here though. Suppose some of these hills might have been a little steep if they didn't. I wonder if they'll come back and clean up all the timber that they took down here. Or if they just let it decompose. Gonna admit, not an expert in forestry management. I work in IT. I don't know those things. So are those chest strap things like better heart trackers, or what do we got there? Does it do a better job than a watch, or is it something totally else that I'm not thinking of? Once again, crossing over the 2-lane. Yeah, sure glad to not be riding on it. I think the speed limit's only something like 30, but some people like to, you know, do the hills and curves with a little bit of speed, and it just makes me uncomfortable. I don't know if anyone's ever been hurt on it, but it's not a good feeling. Oh, faked you out. Thought you had me, tree. You really thought it. Not sure about that trail. Oh, that's Vert's cabins. Never mind, I see it. Funny if for making these trails there was no like actual real planning involved. They just gave somebody a four-wheeler and a GPS, said hey, get from here to here, log your route, make it fun. Exercise ring closed already. I've been at this a half an hour. 28 minutes. Why did I do the other 2 minutes? Huh. Apparently getting out of bed was extra hard for me this morning. Miles. Curious to see if my legs are going to need a break today. It's not impossible. When we start getting on the one lane that you share with car traffic, some of the hills are decent. I definitely couldn't pull my kid without a motor on my bike. I couldn't pull a kid up those hills, that's for sure. My sister-in-law pulled a wagon, so I had a tag along, which is like an extra bike that sits behind mine, attaches to the seat post. My sister-in-law had one of the carts for 2 kids, and she was saying the same thing. There's no way I could make it without a motor aiding. You know, in the shape I'm in right now, I'm not positive I could do the trail at all without a motor currently. By the end of summer, maybe, probably. But yeah, I don't know. That's one of the things I love about my e-bike, is it gets me out doing things I probably couldn't anyway. And it's not like I'm not getting exercise. I'm still feel like I'm working my butt off with the way I have mine set. It just gives me that extra pep to go do more. And cover more ground, see more stuff. Like that squirrel. Me and that squirrel never would have met without an e-bike. Holy squeaky bike. I don't remember it squeaking like this yesterday. On my site with this video, along with the actual like GPS KML file, as well as it on Google Maps. If anyone's wanting that information, direadventure.com. So you can snag the GPS route loaded onto your phone if you have the an app that can do it. Load it into a GPS device if you have one. Although I really don't think it's necessary here for the most part. It's really straightforward, and it's you know, it's a state park. There's a lot of people around. So here's where the true bike trail ends, and it turns into one lane with a bike path on the side. A little bit skinny bike path. Like if you're pulling a wagon with kids or pulling a trailer with kids, it doesn't quite fit in this, but the road is only so wide and it must be shared. So that's how far, oh come on Snapchat. That's 8.5 miles in. So that means there's roughly 9.5, 10 miles of this. So the majority of the trail is like this then, I would have to say. Unless I have 18 miles being pulled completely out of my butt and it's not right. We'll know that by the end, but we'll see. I mentioned there's some pretty steep, or I mean, there's some decent uphills in here that are kind of tough. But I did not mention that there's some pretty sweet downhills too, so I always look forward to that. It's a little bit funny how much faster 30 miles an hour feels on a bicycle compared to basically anything else. That's when I start thinking, yeah, it's time to brake. This is fast enough. Actually, I'd say probably 26, 27 is probably where that thought starts creeping into my mind. The 8-mile marker back there, so then that must be from the entrance. Oh, hey chipmunk, that I went by early on in my ride. That must have been about a half mile, I guess. Get some speed up for the next uphill. Quite cloudy today. A little bit of, I don't know if I'd call it mist, but I definitely have felt something. I guess if there's anything on the lens, I don't know for sure if it was misting or not, or if I'm just a crazy person. something to exercise my arms this morning, because I got a canoe trip coming up next weekend. Doing 50 some miles down the Missouri River in North Dakota.
19 minutes, 26 seconds.
10 miles down. We're over halfway. It's gonna be funny when I watch this, because with the wide angle camera it probably doesn't look like I get close to those branches at all. In my head I'm getting close, okay? Bump. Caution was taken, I stood up. Oh, I can't wait to get those fast downhills. Yesterday, my Apple Watch Ultra said the water was 71 degrees. That's June 21st. That's pretty chilly, but I could swear it felt worse the last time I was in it a couple years ago. But yeah, pretty chilly. Somehow my little kids seem to mind it less than I did. All my extra insulation would help with that. Or maybe I'm just a bigger wimp, I guess. 4 and a 6-year-old showing Dad what's up. Section of trail with these big trees all along. Really like it. We took a family photo here yesterday right there pretty much. Hopefully when I see it on the computer it turns out a little bit. Minutes in, 11.5 miles. Kind of thought I'd finish in an hour based on how long it took our group yesterday, but that is definitely not going to happen. Well, I guess I would be averaging 18. I'm definitely not averaging 18. Move ring closed. Good way to start the day. Whew. Can hear my motor working there. Or maybe you can't, I can. Thank you, motor, for the help. I probably wouldn't have made it without you. And I started hitting the brakes. It's just it gets uncomfortable after 30 for me, that's for sure. Let's bring that average speed up. Whoa. Somebody forget a Nerf football there? If you're seeing this, your football is at the entrance to Ancient Bison Trail. Your $3.50 football is still here. A pretty nice place to stop if you're doing the trail family. Let the kids throw rocks and oh, big ass turtle just sitting there. I almost didn't see him. chilling by the pickups. He's like, oh yeah, look at this Chevy. I like that Chevy. How many horsepower that thing got? I don't know why the turtle talks like that. Okay. Killing my average speed here, trail. I think this might be the worst one though. Probably looks like nothing in the video. And maybe it is nothing to you. Maybe. It's something to me. That new chunk of trail that gets rid of the 2-lane road. The 2-lane road had some decent hills on it. That's another benefit of the new trail. Fewer uphills. Gotta rest the old taint for a minute here. Whew.
Give your time to break. Let the painful side. In shadows we find love. Rest in sweet night. Mountains we have climbed. Strength we breathe to find. Time to breathe and heal. Release the bride. Both land and sky will know. Moments we let go. Whispers on the breeze. Can't cease to grow. Both land and sky will know. Moments we let go. Whispers on the breeze. Can't cease to grow. Rebuild anew tonight. Softly set alight. Where struggle once had stayed.
13 miles there. 13.84 on the. Oh. saw you make it there for a second, squirrel. A lot of squirrels this morning. I wonder if there's something about this time of day they're out finding breakfast along the road. I don't know. What would be along the road so much though? You got all those wood squirrels. There's another one. We're in a squirrel heavy area. Why did the squirrel cross the road? I don't know. This looks good. Sweet. Oh, may have downshifted a little early there. Too soon, Junior.
Slip 3, 18 minutes.
That's 15 miles.
Sprint speed,
Yep.
16.1 miles per hour.
16.1 miles per hour. Not bad. Tank brake. Pick a lane. Oh, I missed the fire tower trail. I was gonna point it out, and I missed it because here's Mary Lake. We're getting close to the end. So we do have a small chunk of 2-lane, but there's a fire tower in like, I don't know, I think it'd be the southwest corner of the park, of the trail, up to an old fire tower, and it's pretty sketchy. It's not like one like you see out in the Pacific Northwest that people would live in or whatever, but it's just this big steel structure, almost like a radio tower. And yeah, it's sketchy, but it's cool. Head up there for sure. When we were up there last year and the weather started to turn a bit, and yeah, we're like, I don't think this is the safest place to be. And then you could feel it swaying in the wind, and I don't think we saw any lightning in the distance. But yeah, it's pretty neat. Well, this is steep. I don't remember that so much from yesterday. Maybe I hit it with more speed. It's too busy talking about fire towers. Yeah, we're getting pretty close now. And we're only 15.94 miles in. So yeah, it'll be a little over 16. It's not gonna be 18 miles. Because here's the trail again. So this is why I said this is more so the start and the end, and the jut off to Douglas Lodge is an extra little bit of something, I don't know. But I think Douglas Lodge is a good place to start and finish the wilderness trail personally. You got, you know, if you need a break a few miles in, you got Mary Gibbs Visitor Center, you got the beach, and then yeah, I don't know, there's plenty to do and see along the way. And then when you finish, depending on the time, you can have lunch at Douglas Lodge or whatever. Pretty decent little restaurant there. Good pie. I had some pie yesterday. And we're back at Douglas Lodge, right where I started. What do you think? All right, any questions, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, that's gonna be it.